We made our way along what is coming to be known as the longest supply route in Libyan military history. 250 kilometers separate Misrata from the heart of what is known as the Islamic State in Libya. We were transporting the daily meal for the fighters. When we arrived at the charity organisation in charge of supplying food, there was an immediate rush to prepare for the stream of fighters who began to queue up with pots in hand. On our way to the front line, it was clear that some of the fighters could have easily been from 17 to 18 years old, which was interesting because these young men would have been only 12 or 13 at the time the revolution began and would not have taken part in the actual downfall of the Gaddafi regime. Yet here they were, carrying the torch and taking the fight to the new enemy in Libya.
I have been here for about 4 months.
Who are you fighting?
I am fighting with the Al-Bunyan al-Marsus forces and the 17 February revolutionaries who are supporting them. I am fighting IS terrorists, and we found their slogans written on much of the paper in here. They come from different countries: Tunisia, Sudan, Egypt, Eritrea, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Syria, and even France. They're both Arabs and Westerners, but the majority are from Tunisia, Egypt, and Libya, and also Boko Haram.
How long have you been here in Sirte?
I've been here for about 5 months. We're pretty united as one force fighting in here, and we're always receiving food supplies on time.
I suppose I want to ask you about the morale of the fighters here in Sirte and how they're getting on after these nearly 6 months now of fighting.
Yes. First, hello and welcome to Sirte. Sirte almost now it's out of the Daesh control. We hope very soon it will be 100% without Daesh. The fighters, the revolutionary, are very, very optimistic. They have very high spirit. They believe in God, and they believe in their rights, and they fight for their rights. And they started this on 17th February, and they still carry on. They are not going to give up their fight. They defend their rights, which is our rights, which is the rights of all the Libyans, because they are not calling for controlling the country or governing the country or whatever this. They are looking forward for a good state, democratic state.
Tell me some of the tactics that Daesh use.
IS militants have gotten devilish ideas. They dug up trenches and tunnels. They use women and children as human shields. They plant explosives in tanks and vehicles, and then they blow them up from a distance. They also use suicide as a tool in their fight. They think by blasting themselves, they will go to heaven. However, in our true Islamic teachings, suicide is forbidden, so they are sinning.
You feel that this is the reason why things have prolonged so long?
So this scheme is one of the reasons why the revolutionaries have been slow in their advance.
I was taken to see some of the tunnels that the revolutionary fighters have found in liberated areas close to the battlefront. You can see here is this is all the land that they take from the tunnel. They throw it here, and here we have the tunnel. So as you can see, the ISIS members have done a lot of infrastructure to tunnel work to try their best to evade the forces of the revolutionary fighters. And also you can see between one room or one house, they move within the walls. They break through the walls. They break through the walls, and this is how they're moving from house to house, from street to street. So as you see here, we have there's been a hole broken away from the roof, and this is where the ISIS fighters, if they are up from above on the roofs fighting, shooting, if there's an air campaign of any sort, they will come down through this hole and run down here where they have a tunnel ready for transporting from one building to another. This is the kind of tactics that ISIS are using against the revolutionary fighters of Bunyan Marsus, and this is just one of many other tunnels. Unspent mortar rounds and IEDs pose a constant threat on the battlefront, and controlled explosions are a constant on the front line. So basically now we are in one of the banks in Sirte. As you can see, it's been bombed thoroughly. This was used by the Islamic State as a police station. Some of the paperwork we have here is like the Wilayat Trablus, or like the Islamic version of Tripoli. We have money cut up by machines. This used to be a bank before, but now it was then changed to a police station, and now it's been liberated by the revolutionary fighters. Also another section of the bank. There's money littered everywhere. We have the Libyan. This is the old Libyan currency, thrown away by ISIS, basically for them to start printing their own currency. So basically, we're going to show you the safe that was destroyed by ISIS as well. As you can see, they broke in through the wall, broke in through the door to get into the safe inside. And it's all cut open by ISIS, and basically money destroyed and thrown everywhere. The battle that's going on now between the revolutionary fighters, who are part of who I fought with, the same guys who I fought in 2011, the same group of men are doing incredible work here in Sirte, taking on the battle against ISIS. If you can see from my view here, from where I've come now in Sirte today, most of the city has been destroyed. We're hearing horrific stories about the times that ISIS were here, how they were treating the civilians in that time, and how things have advanced now until we're at a point now where ISIS are surrounded into a space of no more than 400 meters squared. Basically behind this wall here there are the ISIS fighters, and I think they're estimated at around 1 to 200 now at the moment. The Bunyan Marsus fighters have done a fantastic job, coordinated job between the air force, between the tank forces, between the infantry, and also with American airstrikes too. They have, without that much of a media response, they have taken the fight to ISIS and removed them by themselves. And so I came here to be part of this, to see what was happening on the ground, because basically this is a part of the revolution. This is a part of the aftermath, or the chaos and anarchy that ensued after the revolution. This is part of that, and this is what is happening to clear any of the cancerous effects that have taken advantage of the vacuum. So from my experiences here, it's been fantastic to see the amount of work. Sad to see the destruction, but also I'm happy to see the results from the fighters here. After 6 months of hostilities and the end of ISIS in Sirte, the question on everybody's mind now is, what is to come after Sirte? This has been Housam Najjar for the Libya Observer at the Jiza Bahriya in Sirte.